Hi everyone, welcome to the Celebrity Diaries. I have a profound warmth for all things 80 and 90, especially sitcoms that oozed warmth, joy, and a feeling of wistfulness. Among the plenty of shows from that time, one of my treasured top picks remains Family Matters. Inside this sitcom, the person Laura by Kelly Williams enthralled my deference with her style, magnificence, and effortlessness. Considering those early times of Family Matters, I'm helped to remember the healthy examples inserted inside its episodes. Seeing Kelly Williams develop on screen over the show's 9-year range close by her kindred cast individuals felt much the same as watching a dear companion grow up directly in front of us. Yet in spite of her obvious ability and the lifespan of her job, the direction of Williams' vocation post, Family Matters remains fairly tricky. What happened to her? This inquiry, among others, frames the core of our investigation today in the lively universe of 80 and 90 TV. Kelly Williams arose as a guide of style and portrayal quite through her job in the darling television series Family Matters. Her impact rose above simple design. It reverberated profoundly with darker-looking people of color who found comfort in seeing themselves reflected in the established press. What said Kelly art was her downplayed at this point enamoring style sense, which appeared to be easily stylish. A particular part of Kelly's style was her inclination for straightforwardness. Clear in her cosmetics decisions, she eschewed exorbitant marvelousness, selecting rather for a characteristic look highlighted by a hint of energetic lipstick, frequently a striking shade of red. This inconspicuous yet effective decision added a sprinkle of refinement to her outfit. The sign of Kelly's haircut was without a doubt the pixie trim, a look she conveyed with unrivaled effortlessness, suggestive of symbols like Halle Berry and Nia Long. Kelly's pixie trim turned into an image of certainty and polished it fit her faultlessly, turning into a fundamental piece of her unmistakable style. The 90s saw Kelly Williams embraces design with unmatched flair. Her closet radiated perkiness and energy, as described by intense examples and neon tints, whether she brandished a dazzling green blazer or a red and white striped top. Kelly valiantly offered expressions that resounded a long way past the limits of Family Matters, regardless of the cover of protection covering her magnificent schedule. Kelly's immortal appearance keeps on enrapturing admirers. Hypotheses proliferate in regards to her skincare routine or hereditary attitude, yet the genuine pith of her perseverance through energy stays a secret, the yearning to disentangle her magnificence. Privileged insights highlight the significant effect she has had on ages of admirers. Kelly Williams rose above the domain of TV to turn into a pioneer in style portrayal. Her sure and engaging style reflected the desires of innumerable youthful individuals of color, reverberating profoundly with their encounters even in the midst of the expansion of bogus reports. Kelly's presence perseveres as a demonstration of flexibility and realness. As we ponder Kelly's permanent inheritance, it becomes clear that her commitments reach out a long way past the screen. Let us consequently respond to recognize her impact and give her the appreciation she so luxuriously merits presently. How about we get into her life as a youngster? Kelly's process started on April 22, 1976, in the energetic city of Washington, D.C., brought into the world by Shannon and John Williams. Kelly's initial years were set apart by a peaceful and held disposition. As a kid, she wrestled with bashfulness, finding it difficult to verbalize her considerations and sentiments, an opinion many can connect with. However, Kelly's dad perceived her latent ability and looked to sustain it. At the youthful age of 4, he enlisted her in acting classes, expecting to impart trust in her abilities to expand. It was a critical second that set before Kelly a way of self-revelation and creative investigation. The seeds of Kelly's acting ability bloomed quickly by the age of 6. She was at that point gracing the stage as a model for kids' ensembles, enamoring crowds with her regular appeal. Her introduction to displaying was supplemented by dramatic exhibitions and ads, every open door filling in as a venturing stone toward sharpening her art training. Assumed an urgent part in Kelly's early stages, she went to the regarded Duke Ellington School of Human Expressions in Washington, D.C., where she kept on sustaining her enthusiasm for acting, while at the same time seeking after scholastic greatness. The school gave supporting climate where Kelly could prosper both as an entertainer and an understudy. Her contribution in school plays and dance groups highlighted her multi-layered gifts, and relentless devotion to her art all through her climb to progress, Kelly remained unflinchingly grounded, a demonstration of the qualities imparted by her folks in the most natural-sounding way for her. She recognized the significance of difficult work and lowliness temperances passed down from her childhood, while Kelly's young life remains covered in protection, her unfaltering emotionally supportive network moored by her committed family without a doubt, assumed a vital part in her excursion. In the midst of the hurricane of tryouts and exhibitions, Kelly found comfort in straightforward delights, her recreational interests, which included perusing, narrating, and holding with her kin. She offered looks into her contemplative nature and intrinsic interest in the planet. Moreover, her affection for creatures, exemplified by relaxed strolls with her cherished canine, highlighted her supporting soul and appreciation for life's basic delights. Kelly Williams took off to conspicuousness with her charming depiction of Laura Winslow on the famous sitcom Family Matters. Her excursion into the spotlight started with a youth set apart by an enthusiasm for acting, supported by strong guardians who perceived her ability at a youthful age, pondering her initial years. Kelly thinks back about her humble starting points and the essential role her family played in molding her vocation. Empowered by her folks, she set out on an expert acting adventure, leveling up her ability through ads and theater creations. It was a developmental period portrayed by assurance and resolute obligation to her art. The defining moment in Kelly's profession showed up whenever she got the extraordinary chance to join the cast of Family Matters, depicting the vivacious Laura Winslow for 9 seasons from 1989 to 1998. Kelly charmed crowds with her cheeky disposition and evident fascination with her on-screen science, with individual cast members including Reginald VJN and Jaleel White adding to the show's perseverance through prominence and social effect. Family Matters stood apart as an exploration series that commended the elements of a darker-looking family, exploring daily existence with humor and legitimacy through Laura Winslow. Kelly turned into an image of knowledge and aspiration, testing generalizations and displaying the diverse ideas of individuals of color on TV. Following the finish of Family Matters, Kelly decided on, after a time of thoughtfulness and investigation past the bounds of acting, it was a cognizant choice to move away from the spotlight to recover organization over her life and goals, in spite of the charm of distinction and fortune. Kelly's unflinching obligation to credibility and protection stayed faithful, a demonstration of her grounded nature. While Kelly's known attendance from the spotlight, it might perplex some, but it highlights her independence and office in exploring the flighty landscape of Hollywood. For Kelly, achievement rises above simple perceivability. It compasses satisfaction and self-awareness beyond the bounds of notoriety all through her profession. Kelly has stayed ardent in her appreciation for the valuable open doors that stood to her prominently in her experience on Family Matters. In interviews, she has communicated pride in the show's inheritance and the getting-through influence it has had on mainstream society's individual life. On a quiet September day in 2009, Kelly Williams left on another section of her life as she traded promises with Hannibal Jackson at the memorable Ebenezer African Methodist Episcopal Church in Fortification, Maryland. Their association, brought into the world from luck, bloomed from an opportunity experience worked with by a common companion in 2007. Together, they set out on an excursion of affection and friendship, favored with the delight of life. As a parent, their 2 wonderful kids, girl, Hannah Ringer Jackson, and child John Irvin Jackson, turned into the encapsulation of their affection and dedication. Decorated with pudgy cheeks and brilliant grins, Kelly's youngsters oozed an appeal that caught the hearts of Eros with elegance and modesty. Kelly praised the delights of parenthood, esteeming the valuable minutes enjoyed with her cherished family, while Kelly's own life thrived. Conversations encompassing a potential reboot of Family Matters arose, lighting the leery and sentimentality among fans anyway. Jaleel White is eminent for his depiction of the notable Steve Urkel, communicated his hesitance towards returning to the Dearest sitcom, notwithstanding the vulnerabilities encompassing a restoration. Kelly's Adam stayed confident about her revisitation of the screen, as conversations encompassing her future undertakings resulted in one opinion staying enduring. Kelly's getting through inheritance as an entertainer of exceptional ability and flexibility. Her commitments to media outlets rise above the limits of time, making a permanent imprint on the hearts of crowds overall. Kelly Williams typifies the embodiment of elegance, versatility, and validity as she explores the intricacies of popularity and day-to-day life. Her steady soul keeps on rousing appreciation and love as admirers enthusiastically look for her next adventure. One thing that stays specific: Kelly's excursion, both on and off screen, fills in as an encouraging sign and motivation for a long time into the future. Dear crowd, starting around 2024, Kelly right now has a total assets of $2 million. It ought to shock no one that she currently has an entirely agreeable existence loft in Washington, D.C. In 2021, Kelly Williams made a noteworthy speculation by buying a dazzling condo in her old neighborhood of Washington, D.C. Thanks for watching this video.